After a 4-week hiatus, we welcome you back to the NASCAR Irwin Tools Cup Series, the 2018 edition, as we have 32 of NASCAR's top drivers lined up on the starting grid as they are ready to take on 10 laps around this track here in New Hampshire, as this is racing New England style, as we are out here in lobster country. A lot of people have adopted the accents, and today we are going to see something even greater take place as we have 12 drivers vying to make it to the round of 8 in the playoffs. Today happens to be the cutoff race. So after today, 4 drivers will be eliminated. Their playoffs will be over, and there is a lot of anticipation and intensity around this event, as just simply winning the race and finishing second, that could be the difference between advancing and getting eliminated, having your dreams taken away. And there's a lot of pressure on these drivers, as Kurt Busch was able to live up to it a couple weeks ago at Talladega. We're going to see what driver can do it today. So now we're going to look at your ones to watch. Martin Truex Jr., he starts third. He's below the cut line because he crashed at Talladega, but he has a fast car. We're going to see if he can win this race. And then we have Eric Almirola starting in the 6th position. He is 9 points ahead of the cut line. He's looking really well, and we're going to see if he can carry that momentum. And then we have Chase Elliott, as he is 12 points below. He probably needs to win this race. He starts in the top 10. We're going to see what he can do. And then we have Denny Hamlin. He's 8 points below the cut line. Things are not looking good for him. He's going to need a strong run today in order to advance his playoff hopes. And then we have Ryan Blaney in the 16th position. He is 31 points ahead, but you never know what can happen. He could get in a crash, or something dramatic could happen that knocks him out. And you can see Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick, they're the only ones that don't have to worry. Everybody else, they could get eliminated. Even Ryan Blaney and even Kyle Busch can find themselves on the outside looking in at the end of the day. So now we're going to take a look at your Mountain Dew Do the Do starting lineup. Kyle Busch is on the pole, and then we have Kevin Harvick starting alongside him in second. And then we have Martin Truex Jr. and Joey Logano in row 2. Both of them are below the cut line. They need great days in order to advance to the next round. And then we have Brad Keselowski and Eric Almirola. Brad Keselowski is only 1 point ahead of the cut line. He's going to need a great day. And then we have Chase Elliott and Clint Bowyer 7th and 8th, as Clint Bowyer is 1 point ahead as well. Chase Elliott minus 12. He needs a great day. And then we have Austin Dillon and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., a couple of non-playoff drivers hoping to get back to victory lane. And then we have Ryan Newman and Denny Hamlin, as Denny Hamlin is also below that cut line. He needs a great day as well. Eric Jones and Alex Bowman, as Eric Jones 7 points ahead. That's not bad. He just needs a decent outing to advance to the next round. And then we have Kyle Larson, and then alongside is Ryan Blaney, 31 points. A lot of those playoff points helping him out in these playoffs. Let's give a warm welcome to Matt Kenseth making his first start of the 2018 season alongside Jimmy Johnson. And then we have William Byron and AJ Allmendinger rounding out the top 20. They're looking for great days after having pretty mediocre seasons each. And then we have Jimmy McMurray and Daniel Suarez. We're going to see if they can perform. Remember, they do not know what their future is going to look like in 2019. And then we have Kurt Busch and Michael McDowell. Kurt Busch will be taking over that one car, as it was announced a couple weeks ago. And then we have Ty Dillon and Chris Buescher looking for strong outings today in New Hampshire. And then we have Matt DiBenedetto and David Reagan alongside. They're looking for great outings as well. And then we have Casey Kane and Bubba Wallace. Casey Kane, only 4 more races in his career. Does he have another top 10 or maybe even another win left in him? And then rounding out the field, Greg Gaulding and then Paul Menard was involved in a qualifying crash, and that's why he starts 32nd and shotgun on the field. So now we're going to look at your KFC honorary starter, and your honorary starter for New Hampshire is DL14, and he is going to lead these drivers on a 10-lap journey. We're racing New England style as they enter the Energizer restart zone, and the cars are rolling here in New Hampshire. Pole sitter Kyle Busch got shuffled back on that restart. Now Martin Truex Jr. for the lead. MTJ might need to win this race, and so it's good for him to take the lead and take command early. But Joey Logano now side by side, the best friends, but Martin Truex Jr. gets a run on that outside. Eric Almirola now battling Kevin Harvick for position. And now Clint Bowyer making a move on Keselowski, now trying to get side by side with Chase Elliott, but he gets a little loose, and he's going to lose a couple positions. That's not good for Clint Bowyer, as he is really close on the bubble. Lap 3 out of 10, Logano now trying to make the pass on Martin Truex Jr. on the inside. He does. New leader, Joey Logano, as he's hoping to win the battle today. And then Eric Almirola moves into second. Now Eric Jones trying to pass Kyle Busch and Ricky Stenhouse. For Ricky Stenhouse Jr. with some evasive driving, he is going to hold off Eric Jones, as now we fly by, and Eric Jones now is going to clear him. So Eric Jones picking up a couple positions. As you can see, we're on pit road as the cars are flying by the entire field. And now we have a battle for the lead possibly brewing up. Eric Almirola closing on Logano. He's going to give him a bump, move him up the groove. It's bacon time as Eric Almirola takes the lead, and we have a car spinning. Daniel Suarez up into the wall. Caution is out as the number 19 makes contact with the turn 4 wall. And some tough luck for the driver out of Monterrey, Mexico. And that's going to end this half as Eric Almirola wins the halfway bonus. He got the bacon in this one, and he's hoping to get even more in that next half of the race. And it looks like Jamie McMurray just got into him. He might have gotten a little loose, and that takes out Daniel Suarez. As he's on pit road, they're going to do some repair to that left rear of the car. But Daniel Suarez should be okay, but he will fall a lap down. Tough luck for him, but he is not out of this race. And so now we're going to restart lap 7 out of 10, and now it's time to take a look at your M&M's Caramel rundown through the field. And just remember, M&M's Caramel, the official chocolate of the NASCAR Irwin Tools Cup Series. As we have Eric Almirola, he's going to take that outside lane on the restart, hoping to get some momentum. And then we have Joey Logano right alongside, doing what he needs to do. He gained 9 points. That's going to help him a lot. Martin Truex Jr. in third. He also had a great halfway bonus, looking for more. Chase Elliott in fourth. He's going to need to get up there, but he did get a good payday here in this last halfway bonus. We're going to see if that can help him a little bit. Kevin Harvick into the 5th position. He's just looking to win this race. That's all he wants to do here. And then we have Denny Hamlin in 6th. And then we have Brad Keselowski in 8th. A decent run, but he could use a little bit. He's only ahead of 5 other playoff guys right now at the moment. Eric Jones in 9th. He might need to step it up a little bit and make some aggressive moves. You can see Clint Bowyer in 10th. This definitely won't be enough for him. He needs to have a great restart. Kyle Busch in 11th. He just needs to finish this race pretty much, and he will be locked in. Ryan Blaney with a mediocre day in 14th. Just don't do anything stupid, and he'll be fine. And then we have Kurt Busch in 20th. He doesn't have to worry about anything. He's already locked into the next round by a win at Talladega last weekend, but he would love to improve on the speed chart, and that's a struggling day for that team. As we restart, Joey Logano gets a great restart, and he's going to take the lead. And now Clint Bowyer gets nudged out of the way. And now Martin Truex Jr. battling Eric Almirola for second. He's going to try to clear him. And we have trouble. A car spinning up the racetrack. Kevin Harvick, more playoff contenders. Oh my goodness. Brad Keselowski, Eric Jones smoking down the racetrack. And we have the big one here at New Hampshire. The caution is out. Probably the red flag is going to be out any minute now. Kevin Harvick with a hard hit. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. involved. Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson's involved. And Eric Jones, heavy smoke out of that car. Wow, what an insane wreck, as that's going to put us under red flag. And you can see the cars are now stopped here on the front straightaway. We have a lot to go over with this crash. And now we're going to check out the instant replay of this crash, as a lot was going on here. It's going to take a lot to dive into it. Kevin Harvick goes up the racetrack. Stenhouse clips Keselowski. Eric Jones, heavy nose damage. Kyle Larson would know where to go as he goes down the track. Oh, Denny Hamlin, he tried to side draft Kevin Harvick. He makes contact with him, and he goes up the racetrack. And man, Denny Hamlin, he's not going to get a lot of Christmas cards for the second year in a row. And that is a tough one right there, as Kevin Harvick, he is already locked in. He doesn't need to worry about it, but he wanted to win the race, so he's a little bit frustrated. Brad Keselowski, this might do a number on him as his car getting towed back to the garage. He's going to have to wait and see. Eric Jones as well. His playoff hopes are probably junk. And then we have Ricky Stenhouse Jr. going back behind the wall. Tough luck for him. And then Kyle Larson once again crashes. It just wrong place, wrong time. A lot this season. But for Daniel Suarez, he gets the Aaron's lucky dog. And he will be back on the lead lap as now we have 2 laps to decide who is in and who is out. Who is it going to be as we enter the Energizer restart zone? The green flag is waving once again. Austin Dillon making it 3 wide. Eric Almirola is going to lose a couple positions. Now Martin Truex Jr. making a run on Joey Logano, but Chase Elliott with an insane move down the backstretch. He's going to go for the lead. Chase Elliott still hasn't won a NASCAR Irwin Tools Cup Series race. He's on point with 2 laps to go. Clint Boyer losing a couple spots. Unless there's an absolute miracle, he's going to be on the outside looking in. 1 lap to go. Chase Elliott bumped out of the groove by Joey Logano, and unless he can get back to the leaders, another heartbreak for Chase Elliott. And now Martin Truex Jr., Joey Logano beating and banging through 3 and 4. Truex goes up the racetrack. They make contact. Martin Truex Jr. into the wall. Joey Logano as well. And coming out of turn 4, he's winless no more. Chase Elliott, a winner in the NASCAR Irwin Tools Cup Series. He gets the win at New Hampshire, and he's moving on to the round of 8. Oh my goodness. What a race. What a finish to this one as Joey Logano and Martin Truex Jr. going door to door. Both of them are in the wall, and their playoff hopes have just went in smoke. Let's watch this again. Chase Elliott with an insane run, but Joey Logano gives him the bump. And we thought it was all over for Chase Elliott, but then Martin Truex Jr., Joey Logano, they're beating and banging. Truex goes in a little bit too hard, and the 2 of them spin out. 2 of the heavy favorites to claim the title go for the win, and they were rubbing off of each other. Martin Truex Jr. wasn't going to let Logano win, his bitter rival, and that opened the door for Chase Elliott to win. And now down the backstretch, Kyle Busch giving a green. Now Blaney, best friend Blaney giving him a little tap there. Alex Bowman, Matt Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson, William Byron, now Bubba Wallace rubbing him up. Chase Elliott is a winner here in the NASCAR Irwin Tools Cup Series. And the entire number 9 team, Hendrick Motorsports and Chevrolet, Chase Elliott is a winner and the fans are loving it. They are on their feet here as Chase Elliott finally gets it done. And you could tell this crowd, they were waiting to see this for a while, waiting so long for Chase Elliott to get a victory, and today is the day. So congrats to the number 9 and the Bulldog Club for winning today's race. And you can see Chase Elliott is first, then Kyle Busch in second, a solid outing for him. And then we have Austin Dillon. How about Alex Bowman in 4th? His first career top 5 in the NASCAR Irwin Tools Cup Series. And then we have Eric Almirola in 5th. And then Denny Hamlin. And how about Matt Kenseth in 7th? A nice comeback for him. And then we have Ryan Blaney. How about Jimmy Johnson in 9th? A great day for Hendrick Motorsports. They break their winless streak. They get 3 cars in the top 10. And you can see Ryan Newman is in the 10th position. And then we have Kurt Busch in 11th. Clint Boyer in 12th. As Clint Boyer, we thought he was down, but then a miracle happened. And Clint Boyer is looking good to advance. And then we have AJ Allmendinger, William Byron with a decent finish. And then we have Michael McDowell, Jamie McMurray, Bubba Wallace, Ty Dillon, and then Chris Buescher and David Reagan. A lot of smaller teams getting in the top 20 today. We had a lot of contenders crash out of this race, and that really helped them out on the final result sheet. As you can see, Matt DiBenedetto 21st, and then we have Paul Menard 22nd. Daniel Suarez rebounds for a 23rd place finish, and then Casey Kane, Greg Gaulding, and then Joey Logano, Martin Truex Jr. And you can see they get 26th and 27th. That is not going to help them advance at all. And then we have Kevin Harvick in 28th, Brad Keselowski in 29th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. rounds out the top 30. And then we have Eric Jones and Kyle Larson. Tough luck for them. And that's not going to end very well for them. And now it's time to take a look at your round of 12 standings. As you can see, Kurt Busch and Chase Elliott locked in by wins. And then you can see Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Eric Almirola, Denny Hamlin, and Clint Boyer are in on points. And for Martin Truex Jr., Eric Jones, Joey Logano, and Brad Keselowski, their playoffs are over as they have been eliminated from the field. And who would have thought Martin Truex Jr., 2 wins on the season, he had a bunch of playoff points. We thought he would be good, but 2 bad races and a heavy favorite for the championship is now out after the round of 12. And now let's look at your round of 8 standings as Kevin Harvick. You can see Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch, they're still head and shoulders ahead of everybody else. You can see Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott have a lot of points. And then we have the Stewart-Haas gang of Kurt Busch, Eric Almirola, and Clint Bowyer. They are probably going to need to win a race, or they're going to need to get a lot of halfway bonus points if they want to go to Homestead and compete for a championship. And you can see on the playoff grid, we are halfway there as we have 8 contenders, 2 races, and 4 will move on to the championship race as the next race, the first race in the round of 8. We are going to Martinsville, the paperclip, and Chase Elliott, today's winner, has been really good at that track. So we're going to see if he can do that again. But I just can't believe it. This race was absolutely stunning. We had Joey Logano and Martin Truex Jr. go back and forth the entire race, and then they both crashed on the last lap, and they are both eliminated from this championship. It is absolutely stunning as these 2 were considered the favorites. And meanwhile, you have Eric Almirola, Clint Bowyer, they're able to sneak in, and they're able to keep their playoff hopes alive. Lots going to unfold next week at Martinsville, and it's going to be really interesting. But for Chase Elliott, the Dawsonville sirens going off as the number 9 is number 1 here in Lobster Country.